Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten here, bringing you part 3 in our walkthrough for Nancy Drew Tomb of the Lost Queen. We just met Abdullah here, and he said we could try our hand at deciphering these hieroglyphs.
I bet I could translate that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good at solving puzzles.
I bet I could translate that.
Oh, they mean just use the dictionary.
Never enter where?
Well, that was easy. According thereto, let it be found inscribed on the tablet, as to anyone who does not know this spell, he shall never enter. I mean, I guess the tomb, right, Nancy? That would make sense. Can we tell him we deciphered it?
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
No, we can't, because he was all, like, hoity-toity about it, like, oh yes, I just got some tips, and then I could unravel the code. Oh, Abdullah. Alright, let's explore this tomb now. We've got a couple dark passageways. There appears to be an inscription.
That jackal symbol is at the beginning and end of this passage. There must be something special about it.
Can we decipher it? Yes, we can. So this is one of those puzzles where each symbol belongs to a certain letter. And so, like, one that's this common makes me think it's a vowel. And since it's at the end of a couple 3-letter words, maybe it's like an E. That would be my guess, is that it's an E. And maybe this word is the, for example. And that would be a T. That makes sense to me. Fee. Any other words that we can then translate because of that? T. There's a word with an N that ends in an H and starts with a T. Ta. T. To. To. So maybe that's not it. I feel pretty strongly about the E being a thing. This, like, intense beat is getting me. Dund. Dund. Maybe this is the? Yeah, because there's other words that are like this. I think this is the word the. Yeah, because then there's lots more thes. You gotta look for the small words because those are the ones that are really easy to decipher. It's like this is probably the word that, right? A, and like maybe this is an N, and then maybe this is a D, so we have the word and maybe. And, that seems to make sense. Any other words we can fill in? Maybe day, that would make sense, right? Yeah, something ye. Is that like heathen? No, because we already used I. Hither, is it hither? Come ye hither. Hither. Were they using the word hither in ancient Egypt? Probably not. In the train. Okay, we're getting some real words now. Let's see. Something are the. We are the. Yeah, that would make sense. Because then new. And this could maybe be who. The hunter, maybe? Yeah, because then R. I bet this is Horus. See, look at us go. This is probably gods. Setting sun together, we the gods in the train of. That's probably an F. Of Horus, guard the corners. That's probably a C. Okay, so come ye hither, gods, in the train of Horus. And something. Let. And let the steps.
Looks like I need to find out who the 4 sons of Horus were.
Come ye hither, gods, in the train of Horus, and let the steps ascend. We are the 4 of Horus. I am the air that sweeps up the Nile. I am the hunter who faces to greet the new day. I am Imseti, protector of the south. I am the cry that soars towards the setting sun. Together we the gods in the train of Horus guard the corners. Okay, so I need to find the 4 gods of Horus, according to this passage.
It looks like the red scarab is missing.
Okay, so I need to keep an eye out for a red scarab so that I can complete this puzzle. Nothing on the side here. Anything this way? There's like a crate. Can't go to the side at all, it looks like. What's this? Can I translate this? and the coming forth of my soul to walk about every place it pleaseth. Again, were they using a lot of TH grammar in ancient Egyptian? I don't know if that's a thing. I always thought that was like Old English that used the TH sounds that are completely superfluous.
These must be the Queen's titles John mentioned in his notes. It looks like a hieroglyph appears in the bottom row when the column contains only one type of hieroglyph. I need to rearrange the pieces so the bottom reveals the hidden message.
Okay. So we want to reveal the hidden message by kind of scooching these along so that every slot has a word in it or a letter in it. That works. So let's see here. We probably want it to start with this because that would mean royal daughter, and we can't really end it with that, so it has to start, I'm guessing. And then maybe like something like that. I feel like we should like scooch everything to the end so that we can just start with stuff at the front. So I kind of like this little deal. And then is there any, because then we have 4 things here. What if we did something like that, and then I don't know, something like that? That could work. And then maybe something like that. Bird. We could do the flower here, but then that runs into the way of that. Where could we put the bird? I feel like, well, this probably goes here then, if we're going to go with this, because it lines up perfectly. Maybe this equal sign goes at the end. And so maybe that goes there. And the equal, or that could go there, like that. And then that could go at the end. Or the bird could go at the end. Or we could put it here, and then the birdie could go here, and then the flower could go there, but then that's blocked off. The music got intense all of a sudden. What if we did something like that, and then moved the bird out of the way? No, that doesn't work. That sort of works. I feel like I'm close, but not quite there. Not quite where I need to be. Are there any others that match up? I mean, these semicircles are everywhere. We could put the bird at the end, but then we're kind of running into an issue with these having like every other thing. So I feel like that's not where the bird goes. What does the bird say? Tweet, 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 tweet. It's this long one that's being problematic. Yeah, I feel like this has to kind of be at the end. Or we could put this at the end, but then there's like no equal thingy there. Or we could do something like that. And then maybe the bird, but then the equal sign doesn't line up. And that thingy doesn't line up. So I like the idea of the equal sign being there. Let's see here. What if the flower goes there, and the flower goes there, and the bird goes there? See, what's our problem here? Our problem here is that this little sign thing is covered up. Is there a way we can, like, scooch everything? Sort of. And what if we put that there? Oh, that was so close. This looks like it lines up okay. This all lines up. It's this extra, upside down semicircle that's blocking the path of the flower, which probably needs to be there, right? Unless we slide this over and then this goes over here. And then that goes there. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all. What are you thinking, Caitlin? I mean, Wizard Kitten. What are you thinking? I'm thinking that that won't work. Where does this thing go? That's what I'm wondering. Let's see here. What if we, like, totally switch everything up? That could go there. And then we, like, scooch all these over? I don't know. No, that doesn't work. And then that doesn't work. Because we need... I like the idea of this lining up with this. That all looks good. And then it would also make sense for this to line up somewhere. Because we got those 4. And what if we do that? And what if we do that? But then the bird! The darn bird doesn't line up with the flower. Which is frustrating. What if it goes there? But then it can't go anywhere else? What if... What if the bigger one goes in the front? And then we have maybe like that. And then we could have something like that. No, I feel like that goes in the front. And maybe that goes there. And that goes there. And then... I have no idea what I am doing. I have no clue whatsoever. Grr, this is frustrating. Okay. Because when they're all together, the only thing that lines up is the squiggly line. We have a bunch of right side up semicircles and only 2 upside down semicircles. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thingies that could possibly be at the front, and I feel like the smartest one to do is the one that cannot be matched up with anything else, which would be this staff thing or the vulture thing, which honestly feels better to me. And what if we do something like that, where the little staff thingy is there? We then can't match up the square that way, but we could match up... We need to get as many to overlap as we can. No. We could do that. And then the equal sign could overlap there. That doesn't look too bad. And then what if we were to do like flower? Flower. No, because then the bird, it bumps into that. Okay. So if we were to do maybe squiggle line, and square. No, that doesn't work because then the square bumps into the upturned semicircle. That definitely doesn't work. What if we do flower, semicircle, bird, but then the bird is stuck. And the squiggly line is stuck. Which is what makes me think that the squiggly line should go there. What if we do something like that? And then maybe like, because that's upturned underside semicircle. Oh my gosh, it's so close. Okay. Let's look at this here. We don't have anything at the end now. And this bird is being blocked off. If I were to scoot that down, we then don't have the flower working. So flower works. Upside down semicircle works. These are the only two upside down semicircles. Bird can go here, but then these upside semicircles are stuck. Where can the bird and the flower go? That's what I'm having an issue with, is that the bird and the flower, I feel like, need to line up, and they just don't. They refuse to. This is gonna be the entire video. Excellent content, don't you think? Oh, I thought it would reset. Just kidding. It's nice to know that you all... Well, I hope it's nice for you all to know that this is a very difficult puzzle. So if you're struggling with this, know that you are not alone in the struggle. At all. I think... Gosh, I am just wholly bothered by this. 100% bothered. See, we could do something like that, where then these line up, and everything's hunky-dory, you know? Equal sign and all that lines up. But then, like, where does everything else go? Because we have upside down semicircle, we have right side up semicircle, right side up semicircle, squiggle line, and right side up semicircle, bird, but then we have right side up semicircle. That doesn't match with the bird. I feel like I'm going crazy. Am I going crazy? Let me know in the comments if I'm going crazy. Where? What if we put the bird at the front? What if we do that? And maybe put this at the end? Was it really that easy? But apparently that's wrong because it's not doing anything. Did I figure it out? Oh, good grief. Did I figure it out?
Still have to do that.
She said something like this was the name of... from John Boyle's notes. They all seem to be marked by the same unique symbol. The partial inscription decoded from the piece removed from the main room certainly seems to say it is. Behind her titles, acknowledge them fully with no gaps, from left to right, and it shall be opened according thereto. Let it be. Acknowledge them fully with no gaps. Behind her titles. Okay, like what are her titles? We think this is the tomb of Nefertari, right? What would her titles be? Those are relics. That's like my glyph book, apparently. I'm confused. I fixed it. I made it do something. I acknowledged it fully with no gaps. Oh well. We might have to come back to that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, fellow detectives. I will see you soon.